Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Maker's Intent. I am your host, Mike Downer, and today I am joined by Kyle Greenfield. He is the president of AF Johnson Millwork. How are we doing today, Kyle?
Doing great, Mike.
Good deal. Well, today, Kyle, what we're going to be discussing is how 90 years of commercial millwork heritage solves modern challenges. So, first question I have for you, and the main question that I have for you is, how does a 90-year-old commercial millwork heritage give A.F. Johnson an advantage in solving modern fabrication challenges?
That's a great question, Mike. Um, the 90 years plus that AF Johnson's been around means that we've worked on all kinds of different projects over that time. So the history is a big deal coming out to new projects. Most of the time, when somebody has a concept or an idea, it's hard to find people that may have worked on something like it or know how to build it. We have such extensive knowledge of all the different projects that have been done over all that time that it's pretty easy to go back and find something like it or similar to it, and really draw on that experience and that history.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So, Kyle, could you do us a favor? Take us back to 1931. What inspired A.F. Johnson to start the company, and what was the original mission?
Another great question. So the company was started by Adolf Johnson. He was a immigrant from Sweden, and I believe worked in the industry there, but kind of came to the Des Moines area with a set of tools and knew how to make cabinets and things like that. So just kind of got into it, and as I understand it, started in his garage, and the company started to grow pretty quick and needed more space in his garage, and just started building things. Not a lot of English, but knew how to build.
That's back in 1931, a lot of people didn't know how to do that, and a lot of people still don't know how to do it. I know I couldn't do it. Um, so let me ask you this: how did the company evolve from traditional cabinetry, like you were talking about with Adolf Johnson, into advanced commercial millwork?
Yeah. So I don't know the exact history of when commercial really took over. I think probably in the 50s, on a lot of the articles and stuff that I've read, commercial really started to take off, and AF Johnson had a lot of knowledge on the commercial side. And today, that's really all we do is uh, all kinds of different commercial projects. Um, Really trying to hone in on uh, custom ideas, custom builds. Um, we really want to take somebody's vision and bring it to life for them. The more abstract and outstanding idea that they have, the more that we really can use our skills and create something unique for them.
Makes turns work into fun, doesn't it? When you get to
Absolutely.
create, yeah, when you get to create a little bit on your own. So Kyle, what does 5 generations of ownership continuity look like in your day-to-day operations?
Again, Mike, that goes back to a lot of the the history, the multiple generations goes back to being able to draw on all that knowledge that people have. We have a couple of guys that have been with the company most of their career, and you can they've built more things than I've ever thought about building, and so we can take that history and go, oh yeah, we've built something like that back in the 80s, back in the 70s, and really try to come up with more cool things, how to install it properly, how to make it, and starting to incorporate different type of thing like the lighting. What does it look like when we add extra lights to it or background? And um, it kind of makes really cool, unique custom pieces in like a lobby or something like that.
No, that's really cool. I don't think back in 1931, A.F. Johnson was doing a lot of lighting projects, was he?
Yeah, I think that's probably in the more recent past.
I would assume so. So that kind of leads me into it leads me directly into my next question. That was an awesome answer. So how does having over 90 years experience shape your approach to solving new design challenges?
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to sound like a little bit of a broken record on that one, Mike,
That's
but
okay.
uh, the history is just our catalog of what we've built over the years so big, that you can just start to draw on different ideas there and what it looks like. Uh, the new designs are probably the harder part because everything's always changing. So how do we start to incorporate some of the newer things out there, like lighting we just talked about, or adding metal to different designs, or fabrics and upholsteries into them. So really, we can get super creative, but it's just up to the vision of the end user. What do they want it to look like? And then the fun part's drilling down on how can we incorporate that and how can we make it look right, come together. That part's pretty fun.
Yeah, you bet. And with over 90 years of experience, when you're sitting down with your customers and getting your designs going the way that they want them, you have a lot of examples probably to choose from as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the deep catalog of years and years of doing it.
You bet. So that gives you know, your clientele a good repertoire and a good catalog of information to kind of choose from and mix and match.
Absolutely.
So so now that you guys started as a small cabinet company and have developed into, commercial work, kind of run me through what enabled your growth from a $50,000 a year local project company to three to $400,000 a year national.
Sure. A lot of that's just taking care of our customers. So most of our work, we're working with general contractors, and we once we find someone we like to work with, we tend to try to follow them around, uh, and that's kind of what led to the nationwide growth of if they want to look at a project out in California, we're going to follow them out there. If they want to look at a project down in Florida, we're going to follow them there. Um, the good thing for us is we do have the reputation that they want to bring us along. And that's important of doing such a good job for them over and over that they keep calling back. It makes the projects go a lot smoother when we both know each other. We know how they want to operate. They know the skills that we can bring to the board. And fortunately for us, they like to take us all over them.
That's great. Sounds like that confidence in your company is imperative. So it sounds like there's no job too big or too small for you guys.
No, we've done projects well over $1 million, and they
Wow.
bring the same type of challenges as a smaller project anymore. The end goal is just to make sure that the end user is very happy with what we've created for them.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know that a lot of times it's just that to scale, and just from different companies that I've talked to, not just in your industry, but sometimes the smaller projects are more of a challenge than the bigger ones.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the headaches are the same whether big or small. And again, the end goal is to make sure that we have a great product that people are happy with and proud of at the end of the day, no
Well,
matter
if
how.
you've got people following you around the country, sounds like you've got a lot of happy clients.
There you go.
Um, how did you guys expand from Des Moines to serving clients nationwide?
That has to do with just the doing a good job for the general contractors again, and as they expand and they grow their companies, they're getting to tag along and go with them. So we're always trying to find um, the next general contractor that has a need and wants that excellence, that um, perfection, if you will, on the job sites, and so we want the next job site to be even better, and they'll take us to new and farther heights.
Absolutely. I'm assuming that not only as your general contractors expand, I'm assuming there's some word of mouth referrals in there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, we've had people come back to us after having a great project, and their next one's not going as well, and the general contractor will come and go, "Hey, I know these guys in Des Moines. We got to get AF Johnson on this one," and bring us in partway through the project if it's not going well with somebody else. And that's a great compliment to receive, that we did well enough in the past that they're going to bring us in to help solve their problems currently.
And that's a big pat on the back because as being a businessman, that when you refer somebody, you're putting your own reputation on the line. So if somebody's doing that for you, that's a great compliment to your company.
Absolutely, I agree.
So let me ask you this: what does AWI quality certification mean, and why is it important for architects?
So AWI is kind of the specification written for our industry. Being an AWI millworker, kind of, it tells everybody that we have a quality level that they come to expect. So the architect wants to make sure that whoever is going to be hired has the ability to do the quality that they've designed. And by being AWI certified, it kind of gives us that level of professional industry knowledge, and that shows that we do know what we're doing.
That's perfect. It kind of sounds like in the accounting world, if you're a certified public accountant, then you got that little extra stamp of approval. Am I even close?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Perfect.
So same type of thing. If for some projects, that level of excellence is not required. We like to chase the stuff that is.
Yeah, that's great to know. That's definitely a peace of mind for anybody that's watching this and knows the industry. Knowing that you have that under your belt is extremely important. So this is just kind of our get to know you episode here a little bit, Kyle. So I'll wind this up. So let me ask you this: how has the shift from hard bid work to relationship based development changed your approach?
Well, that goes back to a little bit how we talked earlier about following the same customers around. We really want to provide such a product that they want to use us over and over and over again. And what that really does for the business is we don't have to always have the lowest price when we're building something super unique and for the end user. Our goal is to make sure that it's the best product that we can deliver, not necessarily be focused just on price. Sometimes we know that price is the biggest deal, but for the most part, the projects that we're looking at and the general contractors that we're working with are way more concerned about the quality of the design and the intent than they are the price. So that's what we want to make sure we provide, is the best product out there.
Yeah, it's from talking to a lot of people just throughout different aspects of the construction business. Prices should never be the driving factor. It's the quality and end results, longevity of your projects, the sustainability of the product itself. So, do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Perfect. Well, you've got a lot of information to us about the background of your company, the family values, the core values, 5 generations of ownership. We've covered quite a bit today in a short amount of time, but we've got a lot to talk about when it because there's a lot about uh, you know millwork that the everybody needs to learn about, and I think you're going to be our resident expert and help us figure all that out, Kyle.
Well, it sounds great, Mike. Look forward to sharing more with you.
I'll see you on the next episode. And thanks for joining us today.